So the mics are on, and we are live on GoAgainGaming for the Azalea Cult, episode 10. Episode 10 already, Jim.
Oh my gosh, 2 digits. We are in the 2-digit territory.
Absolutely. And we've got a couple of things to go through today. There was an article recently which published like a load of lore. And Kel said to me recently, Red Zone Rogue said to me recently, that Christmas is part of the lore of Wraith. Did you know that? I didn't know that.
Actually, I just saw that yesterday. I think it was when I was just browsing Twitter that somebody mentioned that Christmas was part of the canon or whatever.
Yeah.
And, so I did not know that. That's actually pretty sick, though. I think I like it.
Yeah. It only occurred to me as well. I mean, Kel blowing my mind, every day. But Wraith is actually an anagram of Earth as well. So
I did know that one.
I didn't know that at all.
Kind of early because there were some discussions really early. I think during just Welcome to Wraith about some similarities in their naming with EverQuest, because EverQuest did the same thing. They would make city names that were anagrams of, real other words or whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Mm.
Yeah, the first one that comes to mind was a city called Kinos that actually was Sony EQ, like arranged differently or something.
Because were they Sony the ones who did it? Were they the ones who made the game back then?
They published it.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
Legend Story Studios love their play on words, don't they? They absolutely love their play on words.
Oh yeah, they absolutely. And that, and they kind of right on the nose with naming as well.
Yeah. Nice. So we're going to go into that. So there's a little Christmas tale surrounding like a little heist that was on there, and as well as that, there was an Easter egg in there as well. So we'll go into that. We've also got a few hashtags to look through. So a lot of the cult members or people playing Azalea, people that love Azalea, use hashtag Azalea Cult or hashtag the Azalea Cult on Twitter. So there's a few of those to go through today. We haven't checked that in a while, so we're going to go through a few of those. And there's a lot of tales from the pits as well that we could potentially delve into, depending on how long we're on here for. And you guys' questions as well. If you're live in the chat, then chuck us a question, chuck us a speculation as to what you might think is going on as a result of this lore drop. Is there any implications of that? We have thoughts on it, but we'd love to hear yours as well. I can see in the chat as well. Praise be. Good evening, DGTCG.
Edgy's already got a question up there, actually. Looks like I have a question now. Does that mean there's a Christian religion in Wraith? Oh, for the Christmas thing. I don't know. I doubt there's a Christian religion. I think it's going to be like Christmas in other games, where it's thematic, borrows some things from, I guess, the Christian religion, but it is not Christian, maybe.
Unless
you got the angels and things too from Prism and such. So, but they don't. I don't think they'll strictly call that out as a real religion.
Unless Oldhim is Santa all along.
There is Santa Oldhim, so you just never know.
And what's it? Eisenloft. Eisenloft is exactly. Praise be. Eisenloft is just the North Pole, basically, and we just don't know it yet.
A lot of analogs, but yeah.
So trying
to be logical. Yeah. Well, sorry for derailing.
Yeah, absolutely off the rails already. I
haven't even opened my first beer yet, which continue. I'm going to grab it.
Oh yeah, just grab it. Yeah, carry on. Yeah, So if you've got some tales of the pits recently, we could delve into that as well. I haven't got the actual images. It's more of like a open forum discussion, so we could go into that as well. But yeah, evening DGTCD, Post Porn TV, Andrew, of course. Thanks for sticking around and modding the streams as always. Thank you very much. What have you got, Jim, today? What drink have you got?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the sound effect on the mic here. It's section IPA, hazy.
Oh, I think I've seen that one before, actually, the one with the sunglasses on.
Yeah, this is one of my favorites from this brewery. It's called Mosaic Vision.
I think we've had that before, actually.
It's a local brewery near me.
Nice.
It's the same one, and I still have some of that. Remember when you were doing the live stream while we were doing Thanksgiving, and I was carving the turkey?
Yeah.
I have some of that left too that I might break into tonight.
Oh, the when you posted the picture and the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Fantastic. But yeah, without further ado, the first topic of the Azalea Cult episode 10, double digits now, for people that have just joined, is the new lore article. So that was one of the main things that a lot of the cultists were looking at, because obviously Azalea was in it. You know, she was one of the main characters involved in this heist. So have you read the whole thing, Jim?
Absolutely. I'd like to think it's centered around Azalea.
Pretty much, yeah. Because at the end of the story, there is the whole shitty Xmas present thing, isn't there? At the very end.
Yeah, it led up into that.
Exactly. So it all starts off with Azalea and a potential new character, which is Lena Bell, isn't it? Lena Bell, the alchemist. And in the lore article, it does say that the alchemist does this or the alchemist does that. So she is definitely an alchemist.
Very intentional. Yeah, they obviously very purposefully put that alchemist in there.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, do you think so then? Do you think they are? Do you think they're setting up for Lena to be the alchemist, or is it going to be someone else? Do you think?
Oh no, I 100% think Lena or Lena or however we say it. You know, we always do that with their names, by the way.
Yeah, we do.
Potato kind of thing.
Yeah.
They 100% are setting her up as an alchemist. My question is just, are we going to see her in this set, or are we going to see her in a supplemental right after? I'd like to think, we talked about this briefly right before, we're going to see the 4 that are in this lore article in the current set.
Yeah.
But I think that might be too obvious. So anyway, I think, yes, that she is a alchemist. Again, they went to great lengths in that article to call her alchemist. Even just titling her the alchemist instead of saying her name sometimes.
That's true, yeah. So yeah, as you said there, Jim, as well, so this story brings together 4 characters. So basically, at the start of it, Azalea and Lena are looking to break into this toy factory to steal toys for the Squeakers, which are known in the pits as like the children, the children that are trying to survive
like
in the pits.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, you know, stealing from the rich to give to the poor and all that sort of stuff. Stuff that we can really sort of get behind in the pits. Fighting to survive and all that sort of stuff. So the mercenary, the alchemist, and Arachne. Arachne is carving the way for Azalea and Lena to enter. You know, Arachne's doing the stealthy things and jumping across roofs and stuff. It even describes Arachne as doing the things that Azalea dare not do, basically. So Azalea might be the one getting her hands dirty and doing the sort of fighting and stuff, but Azalea, Arachne's the one doing the stealth, per se.
Yeah, which we see introduced.
Yeah, we do.
I actually thought there was a bit of a departure from what I kind of assumed Arachne's personality or, how they I guess, behaved or whatever, because I just did not see Arachne helping break into a children's toy store or something like that. It just kind of a all for one for all kind of thing.
Yeah, I know, right? It is. I don't know. That's the thing as well about this article. You can have a look at it in the grand scheme of what's happened. Arachne has obviously just killed the Emperor. So and now
what
they are.
Next? You're gonna go break into a toy store.
Yeah, they're gonna now break into a toy store for Christmas to help the children. Like Azalea even says, Arachne's doing this for the children, are they? What's going on?
She's just as shocked. Who knows?
yeah, exactly. But yeah, Jacques Vajira, thank you very much for being a patron of the channel recently. Thank you very much. And
got his card. That's awesome.
He's got his Azalea Cult membership card as well, so he's now official. And you have a wild theory as well. So please tell us that wild theory as we carry on the story as well. So. Yeah, so they do break into the thing as a result of the Arachne scouting out and doing the stealth and stuff, and they find Dash appears on this steam wagon, to steal all the presents, put all the presents in the back of the steam wagon and get out of there, right? So we've got 4 characters now in this story. We've got Azalea, who is from the pits, Lena, who we assume is from the pits, and then Arachne, who is definitely from the pits, and then Dash, who's from the Metrics region. So
yeah, that was something else that I definitely had in my head, that Dash was 100% Metrics, but then she's definitely hanging out with the Pits crew down here, and she may very well be an outsider. So another thing that kind of threw me for a loop on assumptions that I had about Dash.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you look at Dash's lore, she's always up to mischief, isn't she? She's always like scaling the buildings and nicking the cores and stuff. I haven't read the stories for a while, but she's always a bit up to mischief and coming up with these weird inventions and all that sort of thing. And
Perhaps
always
from metrics, but then kind of really just feels like she belongs with the Pitts crew.
yeah, maybe she feels like she's an outsider, which obviously goes into the outsiders thing. So it's going to be interesting to see. And there's probably a few wild theories out there. Jacques, if you've got time to put it in the chat, it might be a long message, but
He's probably writing us a paragraph right now. It'll all pop up here in a second.
Absolutely, and we'll feature it on the cult if you do it. But yeah, it's interesting to see like these 4 characters represented, because we've just had Arachne in Dynasty. So a lot of theories.
Supplemental set though, so we haven't had an assassin in the full set.
No, so yeah, the theory that we spoke to on Living Legends podcast and what have you is that this is the Dynasty was like a soft launch for this class. Maybe this set Outsiders is going to be the stuff for it, and we've seen the new card. So a good segue into that conversation is the card that was spoiled. There was an Easter egg in the article, which is quite clever, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. They have never done an Easter egg like that before, so I think a little hidden URL is awesome. It's kind of old school too. I really liked how they did that. I also think I'm starting to view Arachne and just the class as similar to what they did with the Azalea kind of upgrades with aim counters. It's part 1 of 2, or it's not fully finished or fleshed out yet. Yeah. So I think in this next set we have a high chance, like you guys said, of seeing Arachne in the full set, or another assassin, and then we'll have this stealth keyword and ability, and then it'll fill out. Yeah,
and it's going to be interesting as well, because they're already previewing a new keyword, which is stealth. And I'm sure there's going to be a few people in the chat that might have a speculation. Again, if you have a speculation as to what stealth might be, then leave it in the chat so we can discuss it. But stealth to me, feels like it's like an evasion thing. So you're getting round defenses a little bit more. If there's a stealth card, it means it can't be blocked by certain other cards or something like that. And that goes into also the flavour of the Regicide, where that can't be blocked if you've banished certain things. So I think stealth might have that sort of mechanic, but we'll see.
Jacques... that's I think a very good possibility. A lot of other theories I've heard about stealth are exactly that either it can't be defended at all, or it can't have defense reactions or something like that. That you can unlock on certain cards or whatever. I think we have the theory now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We do have the theory. That's right. So Jacques is saying, I think Cavdane is going to kill Lenabelle before Outsiders, and then Azalea is going to unlock her talent and get revenge on him. That's interesting.
I mean, that's really cool. I do think that would be interesting. I don't think, though, having just introduced her as the first alchemist that we've ever heard of, that they would kill her off before being in the set. But who knows?
Who knows? They've done these things before. They just killed the Emperor out of nowhere.
Stuff, so I would not totally discount that at all.
Exactly. But it could work, because Cavdane is from the pits as well, so maybe we might see that. It could be cool to see merchant support in an actual set, but I don't know if it will happen. But
probably not in Outsiders, but I would really bet that the next supplemental set would absolutely have some heavy merchant support, since it's likely to be themed for the pits as well.
Yeah, exactly. Going a little bit off topic there. So as we said, with regards to the 4 characters that show up, we got Azalea, Lenabelle, Arachne, and Dash. So as we know, the pits and metrics are all interconnected anyway through the moor, which is found. I don't think the moor is found in Coppertown, but there's an entrance to the pits in Coppertown in metrics. I'm sure we'll explore that at some point. So we've got these 4 characters that are all teaming up together to help the children. So all common cause here, no matter what their backgrounds. They manage to get all the presents and then get out of there. So Dash is driving this big steam wagon. The automatons that she's got are help loading the presents on and all this sort of thing. But then loads of Metrics cops come along and decide to try and stop them. But then they have the Lena has the fantastic idea to give Azalea a exploding potion that she then fires at the cops and blows them up, as you can see on the lore article. It's a nice picture there of Azalea doing that. And they all escape, and
cocktail on an arrow.
Yeah, like a Molotov cocktail on an arrow, exactly. So that's another interesting thing as well. It's like Lena is giving Azalea, little tools that she can use to do these sort of things. So will that mechanic maybe come into it as well?
Yeah, there'd be some foreshadowing for sure. Could be.
Yeah, could be. Aaron is saying new hero, yay. Azalea smashed on, confirmed. Absolutely, yeah. She's smashing some serious metrics cops doing that. So yeah, I'd love to see more of that. And I made a stupid comic as well on Twitter. A lot of people may have seen it.
It was great.
It was like a little take on the Azalea versus the Dromai matchup. So you can on the screen you can go check out our Twitter tags. We've got GoAgainGaming AZ and FabTCG cards on front of our cameras here. So if you can go and see the comic on the GoAgainGaming AZ one, it was a funny little comic, basically explaining that we need some form of board wipe or explosive arrow to deal with allies, because Dromai is a very hard matchup for us. But yeah, had a little bit of fun with that. Jacques is saying, I hope I'm wrong though, I like Lena. Absolutely. She looks cool, right?
Oh yeah, she looks really cool. The personality that she has, it's like the opposite of Azalea too. So the whole like yin yang thing going on between those two, I hope that continues. We see more of it.
No, yeah, that's exactly. That's like a good. I'm not sure if you watched the new Wednesday series on Netflix. Yeah,
love it. Absolutely love it.
It's amazing.
My daughter is obsessed with it too. I think we've watched it a couple times.
Yeah, it's very good.
100%. And I think I know where you're going with that. You've got like Azalea as Wednesday, and then what's her name? The bubbly roommate. That's definitely Lena.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know I can't remember what her name is, but yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, of course. Yeah, the colourful girl that has the claws and stuff.
Yeah.
And she finally bought. No, spoiler alert. But yeah, it's that's what I was getting at. Yeah, just like the contrast between the two characters, I think is a great.
Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, Eden. Or Enid?
Eden.
Oh.
Enid, that's it. Enid.
All right, we got there.
Nice. Nice to see other people enjoying the show as well. I literally, me and the girlfriend discovered it on, what day is it now? Thursday. So we
Thursday, yeah.
We started watching it on Tuesday and we finished it already. Like,
yeah. It's a binger, like once you start it.
Yeah. So yeah, loving that sort of buddy cop thing.
The Wednesday actress, I think her name's Selena, right?
Sienna Ortega.
Oh yeah, that's right. Did such a good job. Absolutely nailed that role. Anyway,
yeah, absolutely.
I would like to see her play Azalea.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, absolutely. Absolute shortlist. But yeah, another confirmation that Andrew saying it was a great series. Absolutely. Have you seen the unofficial Adult Wednesday Addams YouTube series? Absolutely not. I have to check that out.
But now I'm going to have to watch it.
Yeah. But yeah, it was cool. It was like I know this is not a Wednesday Addams show, but yeah, I think it was really good. I loved the mixture of there was like quite horrific things in there. I didn't think it was going to be as sort of gory and violent as it was, considering it was rated a 12 as well. These things have changed since I was younger. A 12 back in the day didn't have any blood or anything in it, and suddenly they're raining down blood upon them and piranhas.
That's what it's rated. They do the ratings by region. I don't think in the U.S. it was a 12, but I could be wrong. I'm going to check.
yeah, maybe the UK audience is just like they can just watch whatever they want. But yeah, very cool.
Wednesday, let's see. No, don't play it.
Andrew was saying there was no 12 rating back in my day. Brilliant.
It's TV 14 in the US.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, I guess your stuff is slightly older, isn't it? I think to drink as well, you have to be 21. Is that right over there?
Yeah, for everything is 21.
21, yeah.
Hard liquor, beer, everything.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway, massive tangent. Plenty there.
All good. Aaron, I just really I saw his comment just now. The Alchemist would be cool. Just give first person each turn, go again. I think this is something that James White was alluding to. He made a comment. I forget. I think it was the New Jersey Pro Tour that keep your potions, or like those potions are going to be worth something from Everfest. All the cold foil potion stuff.
Oh, I see.
May be what he was referring to, and it makes total sense that the Alchemist class is going to make use of those potions in some way.
Yeah, well, even if they could, even if they could sacrifice any number of items you control and then do this sort of thing, so they could mix and match the talismans and the potions to do things. So yeah, maybe. But Aaron is saying he didn't like the series. That's fair enough. Yeah, it's not going to be for everyone, but nor is Azalea.
To his point, the traditional Wednesday was definitely like depressed and always trying to, kill herself or others. This, she was just more deadpan and without any F's to give, as they said. So I can see that angle, but I think the series was still pretty spectacular.
Yeah. Not everyone's going to like it, and the same as Azalea. Not everyone's going to like Azalea, but we do.
Yeah,
the cult does. We absolutely love it for all of her downfalls. And I
think Azalea would kind of fall under the depression level, other than the deadpan. Like definitely a little bit of both, but I think it filled her character a little more to be. Have some depression in there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. There's, down and dirty and all that sort of stuff, and the stuff that she has to go through and do, and the tasks that she has to do, and all that sort of thing. It's going to be interesting to see where the lore goes, because I imagine we're going to see more Azalea lore added and built up, similar to how the spoiler season worked with Dynasty. We might see some more sort of lore stuff come out before it in order to build up to it. So yeah, it's going to be.
They've been so amazing with the lore. I think part of 2.0 they were talking about how much more the lore would be integrated into the products, and they're delivering. It's awesome.
Yeah,
exactly. So I do hope it keeps up.
Yeah, and it goes to show as well, like the shitty Xmas present thing was a story that we didn't even know was coming. The characters that are on the shitty Xmas present, just came out of nowhere, and are they going to have integral parts of the next set, or is it just or is it foreshadowing something that we are going to see support for Azalea in this year? We definitely know that because James told us that, and Arachne's getting support because we've seen the new card, which we'll discuss in a moment. And then Dash, people have been clamouring, we haven't had mechanologist things for a while. We haven't had a new mechanologist for a while. We are getting new mech cards because obviously Dash has had a massive upgrade recently of Dynasty stuff. But yeah, I think the pits and metrics are very much connected, so it makes sense to go there all in the same year. I think.
Absolutely.
And these are the characters we know and love. But yeah, the card that was hidden in the article, it was hidden in a full stop. So I can't remember exactly where it was on the article, but there was one little full stop that was highlighted red, and if you clicked it, it went to Razor's Edge or something. Is it called Razor's Edge?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up right now. It was after turning this way, that as they scan the pavement, and then after pavement is the link in Razor's Edge was the spoiler. Yeah,
Razor's Edge. Yeah. Divney Coffney is saying it was after the word pavement. Absolutely. I wonder who found that. I wonder who was the first person to think, oh yeah, found it. Amazing.
I think Breezy was the first one I saw.
Yeah.
I did not notice it. I read through it, and then I posted a tweet about the article just shouting out the, Azalea link and such. And then a few hours later, I saw Breezy's about the link, and that was really amazing.
Yeah. And then the whole world saw it after that. So fair play to whoever scanned that document and was like, looking at the full stops, every sort of little intricacy explored. Fantastic.
Look at this, a lot of love going in the chat right now. Love to feel it.
Yeah, absolutely. Love to feel it as well. It's all one and the same. But yeah. So Razor's Edge is a assassin attack reaction. And it says it's a 0 cost, blocks for 3. Obviously, we've seen that sort of trend in assassin cards so far. And it says, Yeah, just the rate on it's ridiculous. And then it just says, I haven't got it in front of me, but I remember it saying the next card of Stealth gets +3 attack reaction.
Yeah, target attack action card with stealth gains +3.
Yeah, okay, nice.
But for me, the flavor text was where it was at, especially. The flavor text says there's hitmen, there's big game hunters, then there's kingslayers.
Yeah.
Epic.
That's right. So yeah, I mean, in that flavor text as well, they're saying obviously they've got hitmen, which is maybe what Azalea sort of is, a contract mercenary.
Contract killer, yeah.
Then we've got the game hunters, which are obviously killing creatures, like maybe like monster threats. And then there's the people that are politically hired.
What? I meant to bring that up. Didn't Azalea reference the dregs in the lore article? But not really as pets. She seemed to like, if I remember right, she was like, "Oh no, not the dregs" or something like that, right?
I think she said dregs. I think she was saying like dregs, damn it, as in like
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, but I think
maybe they were guarding up the place or something. I don't know.
I think it was like in passing, so she was like, oh, like a phrase that someone would say like, oh, god damn it. I think she was saying, oh, dregs damn it, like that. I think it's like a pits sort of god damn it sort of style.
You're
phrase.
Absolutely right. I just searched it up, and that's exactly what she says is dregs damn it enforcers. So yeah, it's like a way to curse in the pits or something.
Yeah. So dregs like
that makes more sense.
Dregs is like an insult in the pit. It's like, oh, you're a dreg. You're a dirty dreg.
Yeah.
But that makes sense because, yeah, they're horrific creatures. We can see them on the art. I think we flashed up some images in the last episode of some of the dregs that you can see.
Yeah. She was actually, like, using them or whatever.
She was, yeah. So the article was cool. Obviously, they get all the presents for the kids, and then obviously they have a nice little celebration at the end, and that's where the shitty Xmas present art is. You can probably see that in the background there. But that was a poster that Ian from Right Time Gaming sent to me. The actual artwork.
Yeah, my LGS actually gave me their copy, or one of their extra copies of it.
Fantastic.
And this last armory, this past Tuesday, I won the mat. So I'm super excited about having the mat.
Oh, nice one. Brilliant. You had to go out and earn it. You wasn't just given it. You had to go out and earn the mat.
Sorta, because it was the player's champion mat, so it's not like you win it. You just kind of get selected for it. So.
Oh, fantastic! Even better.
I wouldn't say I earned it, but
nice.
Yeah, I got it one way or the other.
Nice one. So yeah, we both have those now. The shitty Xmas present mats. So yeah, they are cool to use. And yeah, that was the last scene of this story. Was Azalea opening her socks. And there was a segment in there saying that Azalea shed a tear from seeing all the kids open their presents. So I think there is like a hard exterior, but maybe some sort of soft interior to Azalea, which is going to be interesting to explore in the lore if it does get developed on, which I'm sure it will do.
Yeah, for sure. No, yeah, iron skin, tough exterior or whatever, but definitely soft on the inside.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that was a nice article to sort of tease us with, and obviously it came out on the 26th, so obviously getting festive. Yeah, it was lovely to see, and hints at a lot of things that are going to happen next. So yeah, very much looking forward to Outsiders, and going to be interesting to see what happens to Azalea, whether she gets a talent or not. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens. But I don't think it's going to be those 4 characters in the Outsiders. I think it's going to be some new characters, don't you?
Yeah, I think, like I was saying a little bit earlier, they seem to be building up towards those 4 characters, but I think that's too obvious for what they've done in the past. So I agree. There's some twist there. Now we know Azalea is going to be in there. I feel like there's a very good chance Arachne's going to be in there, just because he wasn't fully fleshed out in a supplemental set.
Yeah.
And that flavor text just now, Kingslayer, it's referencing Arachne. So I think he may be in there. I'm not 100% convinced Lena's in it. She may be in the supplemental if she's not in the main set. And then same with Dash. I'm not. We didn't previously really associate Dash with the pits or an outsider. No. So I don't know. We'll see though.
Yeah.
I mean, they did say it was canon, so I don't know. It's probably going to be those 4, but I have doubts.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah,
LSS,
as Andrew just said, LSS loves hitting the nail dead on the head. That's exactly it. So
yeah,
we'll see.
exactly. So yeah, that was one of the main things about the recent sort of Azalea news as such. But we do have some nice little hashtags to jump into. So there's a lot of people out there that are still playing Azalea, of course, and maybe some new people out there as well that are discovering that Azalea is going to be in the next set to a certain degree and are maybe picking her up for the first time and experimenting with her. I'm sure a lot of the people that are testing and all that sort of thing are, getting their hands dirty with her and just seeing what she can do and sort of, getting the mechanics and the theme and flavour down so they know what they're doing. Because there's going to be a lot of support in the next set, 100%. We know that. So yeah, we're going to go on to some of the hashtags that everyone are using. So if you're on Twitter and you want to share this and have these things sort of shouted out in the future, then use the hashtag Azalea Cult or hashtag the Azalea Cult, and we will see them. Because I think at this point the Twitter algorithm is just like, Azalea, show Azz and Jim it.
Yeah.
At this point, so yeah. Aaron is saying hashtag Azalea still has a chance. Yes, she will. She will have her time in the sun.
For sure. Yeah. The question here, and we've already talked about this in some of the other episodes, but is it going to be Azalea as we know her right now, or is it going to be like a different Azalea that has a different hero talent, etc.?
Yeah.
And I'm definitely conflicted on that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what we're given. And it's still, if Azalea is a character in the set, she needs to be able to be draftable as well.
Yep.
And the stealth keyword, I think there might be 4 new keywords. And each hero can maybe use a couple of them to do stuff, potentially. Like the gangs that we spoke about, maybe the gangs can do different things depending on the keywords. But who knows? That's just pure speculation. We did a whole episode of that. So yeah, leave a chat if you've got an idea that we haven't thought of yet, for sure. Speaking of chat, been working on my Azalea deck for ProQuest. Looking forward to it. Oh, good. Nice to see people are taking Azalea to a high competitive event. Lovely.
Definitely report back into the Discord and let us know how it went.
Yeah, exactly. Tales from the Pits. There's a whole section for it to discuss your battle reports and all that sort of thing. So let's go to the Azalea hashtag page now.
Yep.
So the first one, I've just sorted it from by latest. So whenever someone uses the hashtag Azalea Cult, you can search on there. And the latest one is actually from our good friend Kel, Mr. Red Zone Rogue. That's the first one that pops up. And this was actually a little picture from the lore article, actually, where Azalea is doing this, like, got her finger hold up.
Yeah,
to,
I think it's like a shh.
Yeah, don't do that sort of thing. Because actually, in the lore as well, there's a tiny little bit where Lena Bell or Lena Bell is offering Azalea a drink or a cocktail. And Azalea,
concoction, I think, is the best term.
Concoction, yeah, exactly. And Azalea's like, the last time you gave me a drink, I was like being sick over a barrel or something. So she's like, I don't trust you. So yeah, that's the context behind this picture. But Red Zone Rogue said at GoAgainGaming AZ, which is our Twitter handle for me, and then Fantasy Cards, of course, Jim. When anyone disrespects Azalea, that's what we do. We're like, no, don't do this. So yeah, I thought that was quite funny.
No, it was quite good.
And then let's have a look at some of the comments in here as well. It's just loading. But yeah, it's just nice. It's nice that people think of us.
One of the first things I just noticed scrolling down just a bit was Lynette's little short, which was brilliant.
I'll get that up in a sec. But yeah, that's
sure.
That is a good one as well. Which actually includes Lena as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's Red Zone Rogue's post, and I just put on there. Pretty sure anyone who gave her disrespect is going to change their tune soon. Praise be. And you added on, they get dominated. They are going to get dominated.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so that was the first one. That was the latest one that we had on there. And then going down. This is one that you tweeted out. So, Whelp Lena the Alchemist confirmed. Read the story. So obviously sharing the new lore. So everybody was reading that at the time. So yeah, there's some nice art on there as well, like these sort of comic, sort of concept-esque art, which really puts you into the story as well. So definitely go and have a look at that if you haven't done so already. It is a cool little snippet. Scrolling down here as well, Jotrick as well saying the whole Azalea gang is there. I don't understand how Twitter hasn't added the Azalea cult and emoji yet. So yeah, we're getting a lot of hashtag Azalea cults, which is good. That's what we always wanted it to be. You know, represent the underdog, and the underdog might not be the underdog anymore. But yeah, and then yeah. So you shared Fabled Hero NZ. So it's Lynette, of course. And as you can see on the stream now, there is a little video. There's no sound because I'm just hovering over it. But as you can see, it's Lynette opening her present, and her friend who's cosplaying Lena is just like, "Oh, yay! Look at these!" And she's just like,
"It does have sound, so definitely, folks, go back and watch it.
Exactly,
and check it out because they did a really good job with it. I thought it was right on theme.
Yeah, it's awesome, and that's at Fabled Hero NZ as well. If you want to go check that out.
And actually, that top right corner picture. I sent her the art to this art that's behind me for my playmat, and she kind of replaced herself with the Azalea with that picture there. I don't know why I didn't have it in the background on that one, but that's what she did with it, and it looked really cool.
That's fantastic. That goes to explain why there's a green screen behind her as well on the video, because obviously she's cut herself out of that, which is good. So nice editing work as well there, isn't it? Fantastic.
Yeah, she also cut. I don't see it. I don't guess she put it on Twitter and tagged it because it was recent. She did the shitty Xmas present art with cutouts of various cosplayers filling in the roles.
Yeah. So yeah, I think So obviously her friend there as Lena. It was I think it was Rachel, the Dash cosplayer.
Yeah. By the way, does anybody know? I don't know Rachel's last name. Was she the Rachel that contributed on the lore article?
Ooh, I don't know, actually.
Because the story is written by Edwin McRae and Rachel Rees, but I don't know Rachel's last name off the top of my head.
Ooh, yeah. If anybody knows, let us know. But, yeah. That's a, yeah, I know what you're on about. They recreated the map.
Was just absolutely killer.
Oh, yeah.
We got to see it in person there at Worlds, and it was
quality.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, that's awesome. So thanks for doing that, Lynette. That's obviously remembering to hashtag the Azalea cult as well. So yeah, it's a lovely old job, that one. Scrolling down a little bit more, Eric Fowler was hashtagging Azalea cult, replying to both Tall Timmy and TCG Stackswell, saying, "Wasn't cross wrap like $25 a couple of months ago? AZ bandwagon is strong." So obviously cross wrap has gone up in price recently. Have you seen that?
It absolutely has. Let me see. I'll get a live current price real quick.
Yeah, that'll be
but
good.
It has. Ever since Azalea was confirmed, it's gone up a bit. Currently, we're sitting at about $70.
Wow, still that's 300% increase basically, isn't it?
Yeah,
almost. Wow. So yeah, people are wanting to play with Skullbone cross wrap, or pick it up at least for sheer speculation purposes that Azalea is going to be in the set. And the funny thing is as well, Azalea can use New Horizon, but people are buying Skullbone. That goes to show that Skullbone is the headpiece for Azalea. At least,
I think will remain so. I don't think they'll replace it. I'd be shocked if they did.
Yeah, at least until we see, if there's a new Azalea hero, does something else or what have you. But still, cross wrap works with reload mechanics. It works with the top of the deck. It's just one of those things. It has AB Arcane Barrier strapped onto it, so it's always there for that. It's just one of those things. New Horizon.
Really quick in this chat, I just saw John put in. People probably saw already, but for those that didn't, Lena Bell was quoted on the timestamp. Yeah, I think she's actually quoted on a couple of the potions, if I remember right. But just lending more to all the potions are somehow going to interact with her, perhaps.
Yeah, and I think
that sounds familiar. And he just wrote too. The Dash cosplayer from Worlds is Rachel Stoddard. Now that I read that, it rings a bell. So yeah, different Rachel. But anyway,
nice. And I think someone else said as well about obviously Time Snap Potion gives you action points, doesn't it? When you crack it, and it's similar to what someone else said as well about the potions having having Go Again on them by default. As if you're a alchemist, you can play a potion and have Go Again instead. Maybe that's what happens, because Time Snap has Lena's name on it, so maybe she can just play potions out and get action points when she does. Whenever you play a potion, gain an action point. That could be what the alchemist does, maybe. Just spew out all of your potions and do stuff with it.
But I'd love to see if, from the lore article, if we could have things like a Molotov cocktail, or where her potions can interact with other heroes, I guess.
Yeah. Well, it'd still be an item, wouldn't it? It'd still be an item, just not...
Yeah. Dude,
so, yeah.
This would totally... I don't know why this just popped into my head, but wouldn't this be an epic, holiday PvE scenario?
Oh, God, yeah.
Playing through this.
Yeah.
The
with Metrix Cops heroes, as enemies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yep.
Azalea playing board state control, just just not what she does normally at all. She can't handle Dromar at the moment, which is the whole reason why I made that comic, because she gets Ash Wings out, she just rinses you, but with that potion of flame or whatever it is tied onto her arrows, she can blow them all up, like she did with the Metrix Cops. So hopefully we see something.
Anyway, back to the Twitter.
yeah. Hopefully we see someone like that. Del Figalo 5 and a few other people saying thank you for Christmas cards, which I sent out for Christmas. So basically I just had people fill in a form, and I sent them cards with Azalea art on it saying Merry Christmas from GoAgainGaming.
Yeah, I sadly missed out on that form. I was traveling or something, so...
Oh no, I sent you one anyway, regardless. Or I think
did you? Okay, I'll have to. I haven't checked the PO box recently. I'll have to check.
Yeah. So there is one on the way, because I had your address anyway, I think. So yeah, I was like, definitely include you anyway, regardless. And I think also in that package, I also sent some more. I think I sent some of the chips as well.
Oh yeah, brilliant. So.
Yeah.
Just also, I meant to bring it up when we were talking about the shitty Christmas present. Just so everybody, the cult knows, I've been able to kind of obtain several copies of the shitty Christmas present card.
Oh yeah.
So if you did not have a pleasant holiday, and didn't get yourself a shitty Christmas present, then we may have some to give away in the new year here. So I'll have to discuss how we want to handle that, but. I also have some cards and now some tokens, so I'll be able to help ship some of the promos from the U.S. for our U.S. Cult members.
Yeah, nice. Stay tuned to how you can get your hands on those. I completely forgot about that, actually. Yeah, so as Jim said, exactly. If you didn't get an Xmas present or what have you, if you haven't been able to get your hands on some of these things, then we will be giving them away to some shape or form. So stay tuned. Good time to plug the Discord. There is a link in the description box below, I believe. Or there'll be one on the actual face page of GoAgainGaming where you can join, and that's where you stay up to date with everything. So make sure you go and get that. Aaron is saying, I just got the playmat. I really need to get a red and a ledger mat for Azalea. Yeah, that's a hard one to get, isn't it? I think.
That one's a crown jewel for sure, and they're very hard to find at this point.
Yeah. Cool. So back to Twitter then quickly. Just people saying they've received cards and stuff. Del Figalo 5 again is saying I won the raffle for the best playmat, so I think he obtained a playmat through similar means where you just get it given away. So that's what LGSs do, which is nice. And yeah, more people just getting more shitty Xmas presents. Just scrolling down now, so people that are viewing this will be able to see just all the hashtags that get done. We just get loads of them these days, which is nice. Another thing to see here as well, Decks and Drafts has started doing some Azalea live streams every now and again. Go and follow him, because he does it every now and again.
Joey has definitely been a fan of Azalea since the beginning, and he's always had these really innovative or kind of off meta. Not that Azalea was ever meta, off mainstream Azalea, I guess is the way I'll put it. Decks. But some of his decks have actually been a lot of fun. So definitely check out his gameplay, because he'll probably be playing a deck you've never seen with Azalea.
Yeah, exactly. Like.
Oh, hey, he's in the chat. I just noticed.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Snuck in there on us.
Snuck in there
What's
on
up,
us.
Joey?
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, mate. But yeah, we were just mentioning that. Yeah, I'm not sure whether you caught that, but yeah, you got some interesting decks, and you stream every now and again now. So yeah, keep doing that. It's good fun.
Good luck. Real quick, because Joey says he's just here for a second. Good luck on the product launch, dude. So best of luck.
Nice one. Doing that marketing things for Genesis. Lovely old job.
Yeah. So new product for Genesis. So you guys definitely follow Decks and Drafts if you're interested in Genesis.
Yeah, definitely. Or just TCG, or just sort of TCG speak in general. You know,
for sure.
Good takes on the industry.
And it's from him that I do the beer cracks. You kind of stole that from him, I guess.
Yeah.
Episode. Joey, I'm doing a hazy IPA. You missed the beginning.
Nice.
Local brewery.
Cheers to you, Joey. Cheers for stopping by, mate. Fabled Hero NZ as well, featuring again on this. So hyped to go to the calling in Auckland, New Zealand, working on making my Azalea more refined. So again, big events, people that love the character, people that love Azalea and all of her intricacies, still taking her to events and repping her.
Just realized too, I should have been drinking out of this. He sent me one of these a while back from the Patreon.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's my green screen's messing it up, but it's Decks and Drafts pint.
Yeah, fantastic. I had that issue the other day when I was on Living Legends. I was like, oh yeah, check out my new. Oh, they're invisible. Can't see them. God damn it! Because I was using a green screen the other day because I was in my kitchen downstairs, and I had like there's like Tales of Aria art, but I photoshopped Azalea in there just with a crack. But yeah. And then just people just putting loads of hashtags on here. There is also another video of Lynette in full cosplay with her little her cape and her little clip that clips the cape together. I've actually got one on the wall somewhere. It's over there.
Yeah, mine's in a pouch over on my table. She handed us one at the through Ian or whatever, kind of transported it for us.
So yeah, it's nice to see that just so many people are into the character.
Cheers on the mat, Joey. And I've seen your new kind of podcast uploads. I've got them in queue. I haven't listened through one yet, but I do plan to. So cool new thing you're doing there.
Nice.
Back to the Twitter. Right after that, we've got, let's see, Lynette talking about the calling Auckland.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like she's going to play Azalea, so we'll definitely have to hear from her on that.
Yep.
And then the next thing was me retweeting the metal fab tokens. They've got some pretty sick Azalea tokens coming out. Yeah,
they got some like they got like these character pins that you can get. I think there's one for most of the characters now, and then they've got some metal aim tokens as well. So just so much good stuff that you can get to make your board state more aesthetic. And they're always doing a good job over there, so you can make sure you check them out as well as always. And then going down here now is like the main sort of spoilers for when we saw the Outsiders art. So we had Kyle, Common Occultist, saying yes, it's a good time for good old fashioned Azalea cult takeover. So it's nice to see that people are recognising the Azalea cult now, might have a bit more eyes on them because Azalea, is coming into the forefront of Outsiders. So, yeah, just good to see that we had loads of people always hashtagging the Azalea cult. I'm just going to quickly look at the Azalea cult as well, because sometimes people use hashtag Azalea cult and sometimes people use hashtag the Azalea cult. And I know that.
That's fair.
And I know that we've had a massive. I had someone get a massive Azalea cult haul just recently, and that's Point Blank. So Point Blank is from Malaysia, and they received a special package that I sent.
Today, yeah.
I sent a special package to the Malaysian community, which doesn't include. It includes a lot of things that people haven't seen yet, basically. So Point Blank is saying 9 hours ago, finally received the seasonal holiday package from GoAgainGaming AZ. Shout outs to cult leader Azz and his amazing consistent content and engagement with the community through his brand. Thank you so much. Praise be our supreme leader. Hashtag the Azalea cult. So yeah, obviously hashtag the Azalea cult and Azalea cult. Just use whatever you want if you're sharing good Azalea stuff. But in that package was a few of the poker chip aim counters, the Azalea cult cards. There's also now a postcard that you can get there was the Merry Christmas card, and as well as that, a load of different sort of Azalea Cult arts and stuff that you can use as your character token as well. So just thought I'd share some love to the Malaysian community, because he's been playing Azalea for the longest time, and always shouts out the Azalea Cult hashtag as well. If you just look
I
on...
was going to say, this whole stream for the Azalea Cult is all point blank. Look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. Like playing in his local game store and all sorts, you know. Christmas Armory Week 3, played and lost, you know. Just loving life.
Oh, and then we run into you using it back in October.
Yeah. So yeah, point blank, thanks a lot for your support. He's even got his Azalea deck next to, you know, some dinner that he's eating here as well. So just some people just sharing the love. So yeah, use whatever hashtag you want, the Azalea Cult or hashtag Azalea Cult, if you're sharing anything Azalea.
That's a shadow box Azalea too, I think. Look at that. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice one. I don't know how they do that. So they stack the cards up, do they, and then cut round them or something?
Yeah, they basically stack several of the same card up and then kind of etch out pieces to make it pop out like that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. A lot of time and patience you need to do that. So yeah, it looks really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the hashtags that we've had recently. Just thought I'd shout out a few of those, because it's just good to see people sharing the love, as always, for this character. And it's going to be interesting to see where we go next as well. Now there are a load of if you join the Discord, we collect in there. We collect a lot of tales from the pits. Now this is like somewhere where you can post your experiences for playing Azalea at your local armory or an event or something, and just, you know, sharing with us how your matchups went. We'll probably do that on a future episode, because there's a load in there. And they've been building up for quite a while now, and I think we should also look at the thing that you was going to give away, the XMAS presents, and maybe do another competition for those, because we did a few in our early days. We did a few designer card stuff, didn't we, when we first started?
No, we could incorporate them with your Talishar Azalea matches again. If you beat Az, you get a promo card, something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right then. Yeah. So yeah, we could put that in the Discord. I could do because you can on Talishar, you can do private matches. So I could just literally do a private match and then copy the link into the Azalea Cult, and whoever can beat me, whether it's a mirror match or what have you, can get one. That's a good idea, actually. Yeah.
Cool. Be fun. Yeah. But we'll come up. I got several, so we can come up with some different ways for people to win them.
Yeah. Nice. Joey is saying here. Oh, sorry, it's okay. I need to get a shitty Xmas present card. I have gotten to do 0 for Fab Christmas stuff. I didn't even bring
Joey,
up
I will send you a shitty Xmas present card. As an OG Azalea, you absolutely deserve one. So I'll get one in the mail to you.
Yeah, exactly. Rightly so. And yeah, Andrew is saying, I'll just play Dromai. Don't do that to me. Yeah, that's an easy way to get a shitty Xmas present. Just play Dromai against Az. No, it has to be a mirror match. That's the rules. Has to be a mirror match.
Actually, Azalea versus Dromai has got pretty favorable matchup, I think, huh?
Against Dromai, Dromai against Azalea, yeah, not Azalea against Dromai, yeah. But yeah. So, but has anyone else got any wild speculations? I'm just scrolling up the chat to see if I've missed anything at all. I wonder if Jezebel and Lenabelle are sisters. That's an interesting point from John Randall. I
like that theory. I like it.
Because Jezebel was on the Everfest items, and Lenabelle is the alchemist. So maybe there isn't another class, is there, that deals with items? There's just alchemist that deals with items and potions. What is the?
We don't know a whole lot about Lenabelle yet. Jezebel.
Yeah, we don't know anything about that. So it looks like. So an alchemist, the actual definition of an alchemist is a person who transforms or creates something through a seemingly magical process. So it doesn't just have to be potions. You know, alchemists can do things with items as well. It doesn't just have to be potions. It can be.
No, that's a good call. And actually, as soon as you said that, the first thing that pops into my head is the anime Full Metal Alchemist. Definitely does almost, transmogs with everything, not just like potions for sure. So that's a space there that we haven't seen them, kind of hint at yet, just the potions so far. maybe that's something that we have for the future.
Exactly. So yeah, I thought I was looking at it then. I was like, oh, okay. So this person can do not just vials of liquid, but they can turn items into things. So John having another point here, probably turn potions into attacks. Yeah. So or turn potions into attack reactions. Yeah, just turning.
That maybe that makes sense why there's the foreshadowing to all those potions being used in the future. On face value, maybe they're not that great, but if an alchemist can change them into something else, then all of a sudden they become very valuable.
Yeah, exactly. So, just utilising the board state that you're creating to do extra things. Some of those talismans as well have go again, don't they? Some of the talismans do, at least. I'm not sure if the potions do. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how their sort of lines of play work when developing a board state to do certain things.
Maybe the talismans are, with the alchemist as well. Maybe they don't, like we were just saying, they don't have to be potions.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this has been a pretty good discussion all round today. I mean, it seems to be recently. There seems to be a lot of Azalea stuff out there. A lot of foreshadowing for things as well. And James, when I met him at Worlds, said, I keep reiterating this, but he said next year Azalea will be the business. To what extent that means, we don't know. But it's becoming more and more evident as time goes on that there is going to be a focus on her to some degree.
I mean, so far a lot has been focused around Azalea with the Christmas lore. So
yeah.
I think we're in for a pretty Azalea-centric set, which is amazing. So
Exactly.
hopefully also we just get some amazing support, and Azalea's, very in the meta. Again, I have mixed feelings about that.
Yeah.
I kind of love our little underdog,
Yeah.
so I kind of don't want her to be in the meta, but I feel like maybe after this set she could be. We'll see. I'll love her no matter what. But
Exactly. Yeah.
she's a little more attractive as the underdog.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. And just going into one last thing as well. I mean, if she does get a new character, that's not necessarily going to mean that we're not going to speak about it. We will definitely speak about it. This is the Azalea cult. No matter what iteration she comes in, as a character, we will always speak about it because we want to follow the character through her arc or through her journey. So it will be sad if the old one gets left in the dust and just doesn't get played anymore. It's just like that Toy Story. It's like, I don't want to play with you anymore because there's something better. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that space evolves. Because
if that's the case, the old one will still get access to any new ranger cards, like
True.
even if there's a talented ranger or something. So there'll always be some upgrades for her. But no, I'm all about it's all just about Azalea. Whatever. I don't know. They haven't really done much, or that I think talked about timelines. So like perhaps the Arcane Rising Azalea is an earlier Azalea, and she's evolved or whatever, and now that she's hanging out with these other outsiders, she's got some new tricks. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that could be something as well too. They can just call it a later in the timeline than what it was before.
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe that's what it is. Maybe they're playing with the timeline. Who knows?
Yeah.
That could be interesting as well. Like Classic Battles does that as well, doesn't it? Maybe there's a new...
So I just saw Jeremy's comment in there. The alchemist weapon will be the Philosopher's Stone.
Oh, yeah.
I thought the Philosopher's Stone was like unobtainable in a lot of lore or other series and things, but that would be really cool.
Pay 3, attack for 4, go again. Yeah, so I guess a lot of the potions...
The legendary weapon, maybe. The Philosopher's Stone.
Fantastic. Your deepest, darkest desires. But yeah, so yeah, thank you very much for everyone who's joined in today. It's been a fun one, and yeah, I mean, unless there's anything else, Jim, that you can think of, I think we can pretty much wrap it up for today.
I don't know. I got through all of the posts. Otherwise, yeah, we continue just to kind of theorize on the next set, and I'm sure we got plenty of time to still do that. So we'll have to save some for later episodes, and we'll definitely get back to everybody on winning the cards and such.
Yeah, definitely. So stay tuned to that, and that's a good way to go, because obviously before we go, you want to shout out where you can find the Azalea cult. Apart from on GoAgainGaming, there's a Discord as well, which has a subsection in there. People are always chatting about new things to do. There was a discussion in there today about whether I should use Nourishing Emptiness as an attack. All this sort of thing, and loads of brewing going on always in there. So definitely check it out. I think there should be, let me just double check actually, a link in the description box of this video, which should take you there. I'm just going to click on the edit button, see if it shows up. Yeah, there it is in there. So there's a link tree in there. You can go to Discord if you're watching this now in the future. You haven't joined, go and have a look. We've had a few new members drop in recently as well, from Facebook actually, so that's nice. But yeah, always chatting about Azalea in there, and all the links to the videos, new videos, live streams, and everything else that GoAgainGaming does will be on there as well. And yeah, before we go, we'll shout out, you can see on the screen our Twitter tags, so you can find all sorts of different things on there. So I'm GoAgainGaming AZ, so a lot of Twitter stuff. Twitter's a great place to go if you're not on it. If you're not on Twitter at the moment, it's a good place to be if you're looking for fab content, because there's no negativity on there. It's all positive. So just go and have a look. It's good fun. And then Jim, where can they find you, sir?
Yeah, for sure. As always, please support me at fabtcgcards.com. Singles seller here based in the U.S., although I do ship worldwide.
Yes, you do.
And if you're a Patreon of Azz is Here, you get a 10% off code once a month. So definitely check that out. Otherwise, I'm mostly on Twitter, and you've got my handle there at fabtcgcards. I'm on Instagram as well, though not as frequently, but and I try to hang out on the Facebook when I can. Otherwise, yeah.
Nice.
I just had a thought, by the way, as perhaps in the cult on the Discord, we need to add a Blackjack's Tavern channel just for beer discussions.
Oh yeah, yeah. I could just move. Yeah, because there is a drink section. Maybe the drink section that needs to be moved to Blackjack's Tavern in there. Maybe that's more theme. Yeah. There
you go. Give it a theme.
Yeah, we'll give it a bit of theme and flavour.
Oh, look at Andrew there. He's linking us up. I like it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, cheers, Andrew. Nice one. Jeremy again is saying, oh no, he didn't. I think his message was retracted. I thought he said something else. Andrew is saying I was looking at Black Tack Whisperers, but they've now been sold on your website. I guess. I think that's what
I've got more, Andrew. So I just need to put them online. Somebody bought out the one that was listed this morning.
Oh, so you have more then? You haven't listed.
Yeah,
them.
yeah. I don't always put all of the stock up all at one time. I'm almost certain I have at least one more Black Tack.
Nice, and that's a good thing as well. Jim is also in the GoAgainGaming Discord, so he is in there. So you can, if you do have any questions, you can just message him on there. If you do have anything, or want any singles, then by all means have a look.
Yeah, especially commons and rares, because I don't list those on the site. So if you're collecting commons and rares or foils of commons and rares, just hit me up on the Discord.
Yeah, definitely. Jeremy's saying I had a terrible idea. Okay. We were just capping this off, but let's hear it.
I know you can't leave us hanging like that. It's like a cliffhanger.
Yeah, I had a terrible idea. Okay, let's have a look. In the meantime, I found something that I thought would help with tunic triggers in Primark today. So Primark is like you don't have one in the US, do you? Primark.
I know what it is, and because I obviously lived in Europe for a few years, but I don't think we have them in the US.
No. I picked up something quite funny today. The other day actually, and it's a huge wooden dice. It's absolutely massive. Look at the size of it. So this is a great thing to remember your tunic triggers, people.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to cover the entire tunic, but then that's the point, I guess, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So it's pretty. It is
about a third of your head.
Yeah, it's massive. So yeah, I thought that was quite funny. I saw it. And I was like, right, if I get this, I'm going to remember my tunic triggers. So there we go.
Love it. I want to see a photo now of you playing with that on your tunic.
I will do. Yeah. Red Zone Rogues next UPF video. I'll be playing with this.
Yeah, perfect venue.
You'd be like, what on earth is that? Oh, brilliant.
I mean, it looks like it's made of earth, so you could play on that.
Yeah, exactly. You could use it as a playmat almost. Yeah. So Jeremy's terrible idea was Philosopher's Stone being a fabled weapon, but it would have to be horrible. Yeah, so it's like like a chase rare.
It destroys itself, or it implodes, or something like that. Maybe.
Exactly. Yeah. Theme and flavour, baby. And before we go as well, I can see there's 12 viewers in there. I probably scared one of you away by now, but if you could just bring that likes up to 12 as well. So 12 viewers, 12 likes, that would be fantastic. Helps with algorithms. You know, I don't really care about algorithms, as you know. But yeah, every little helps, as Tesco says in the UK, the advert. Every little helps. People just keep chatting. I thought this is the thing with streams, Jim. You know, I start a stream up, but then the chat goes, and you just want to interact with everyone.
Hanging. Yeah.
Yeah. One of our local players is planning on tattooing a green stick finger on his hand.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Wow. So yeah,
it's funny. It reminded me when I was judging an event a while back. Somebody was marking on their fingers to remember their tunic trigger.
Yeah.
And the head judge actually came over and said, "That's basically note taking. Like, you can't do that." I was like,
yeah, it's like visual aids, isn't it? You're not allowed visual aids or something.
Right, basically. So I was like, wow. I mean, everybody needs a little bit of help on that tunic trigger. I've been obviously we only play tunic and Azalea really. Like, oh my gosh, give us a chest LSS, please.
Yeah.
Outsiders, give us a chest. But we all play tunic with Azalea, and I've been playing Azalea for years, and I forget my triggers.
Yeah, yeah. It's just one of those things, and it's just like it happens right at the start of your turn. It's just like, yeah.
You're too like I'm usually too involved in like planning out my turn, and so I just don't think about it. I want to immediately go into the thought process I had for what I'm going to do, and don't do the trigger.
Yeah, yeah. It's just one of those things you have to sort of get used to. Is like on your because I like to view, like when I play now, I play as like my offensive turn and my defensive turn. So I look at my hand thinking, what's my defensive turn going to be look like? And when you're on the defensive turn, you have to look as to what your hand is doing next turn, and as a result of that, you have to look at your tunic and think, right, is that going to tick up to 3 next turn? Where am I going to get the resources from?
Yeah,
so I think
help in the planning.
Yeah, so it's always.
I'm pretty good about that. Like when it's at 2 and I know it's going to 3, putting that into the plan.
And then it just forgets.
Yeah, exactly. It goes out of the brain after that.
Yeah. Well, pros and cons to playing Talishar. Talishar does that for you automatically, so don't rely on that.
I think it makes things worse by having it do it for you.
Yeah. But Andrew is saying it's tricky because I only play it with half of my characters. Yeah, not everybody needs it. You know, like Teklo, Foundry,
I would say I only play it all the time because I play Azalea most of the time. So playing it all the time doesn't help either. I mean, maybe it's just me, but
yeah. Blossom of Spring, there's an argument for that. Obviously, if you're playing Blitz, because you might want that one resource in the first couple of turns. Sometimes I've used it to great effect.
If you think it's going to be a race, absolutely.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm sort of pros and cons to a chess piece now because I've literally, up until this point, I've been borrowing other people's tunics, but I have now got one coming on the way as a result of Christmas. So yeah, if there's a new Ranger chess piece coming out now, I'm gonna be like, I've just picked up my tunic, now I have to get something else as well. But I'm sure I'll never get.
The good thing about tunic, it will forever be relevant. It's
True.
A generic good chess piece, so exactly. I don't think you did a bad investment at all.
No, exactly. And actually, on one of my recent streams as well, I actually picked up a doll cap from Everfest and a Shiana in the last couple of packs, which was pretty good.
Yeah, I remember seeing that actually. That was pretty amazing.
Did you see the clip on Twitter of me just like walking out the room? Yeah. I love doing that. I love watching stuff back of like certain moments and just clipping that one moment and putting it on a different platform. So yeah, you'll probably see more of that on Twitter. So go and check us out there. And I'm just going to shout out another thing as well. I've got another stream tomorrow night actually, around about this same sort of time. I'm going to be opening 3 history pack boxes. So that's the white border ones. And a first edition Tales of Aria. So if anybody's listening to this now or in the future, there's going to be another video of me opening 4 boxes on tomorrow.
Is it English history pack or did you get a foreign?
Just English. I just love white. I love white border. I actually like the card stock better as well. I don't know what it is about it. It just feels more sturdy. Don't know whether anyone in the chat has experienced it, but the English white border.
Aren't they printed at the Japanese printer instead of Belgium?
Maybe, yeah.
Because there definitely is some difference between the Belgium print and the Japanese print.
I'm trying to look on this box now. It says Oh, where does it say? Well, where does it say on the box where it's printed?
On the bottom, I believe.
Because you've got directed by Robbie Wen, concepts, etc.
Should say printed in, whatever. Printed in Japan, printed in Belgium.
I can't find it. I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't see anything in this LED lit room. I will be wearing my glasses for tomorrow. That's for sure.
Congrats, Joey, on the baby. Yeah, I'll look for the reveal for sure. They've got a baby due.
Oh, fantastic!
Soon
on Saturday. Ah,
that's the reveal, not the due date. I don't think.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
It's popping out on Saturday. You'll know what it is.
It's like, oh no, fantastic. That's good. Yeah, that's good. Good stuff, Joey. Congrats for that.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you were gonna get any of the foreign ones, I still don't have my full art Azalea, so I've got to pick one up at some point.
Yeah, it's again that's another thing as well. It's like if there's a new Azalea coming out, right? I've just literally, like in Lille it was where I got it. I took my trade binder with me and traded probably 95% of my trades that I wasn't using for other classes to get that Marvel Azalea. So if there's a new Azalea comes out now, I'm just gonna be like, oh, did I really?
I don't think they'll do another Marvel Azalea like that. At least it'll be a different art or something. They're pretty good about that. Like, not when they do a special card like that, not reprinting it. Or maybe if they do it, it's in rainbow foil or something like that. Like they'll not repeat it.
That's true. Yeah, it's got to
be. I think you're very, very safe.
Yeah. I think they're pretty good. Pretty good like that, aren't they? If they got like a collector's piece, they normally don't taint it. They always have their own sort of thing around it, don't they? So that's good.
Joey, I'm not hanging out on YouTube on a Saturday. What? You don't want to live stream the birth? I don't understand. Come on.
Yeah, I was fully expecting an Azalea Talishar stream on Saturday, even though you were doing the gender reveal. That's what I was expecting. I was expecting stupid Azalea tricks, as you call it, on the Saturday.
Yeah, it looks like there's several White Border fans in the chat here.
Yeah.
DGTTG,
Jacques
Andrew,
as well.
Jacques, yeah. A lot of fans of White. I'm personally not a fan of the White Border, but that's just me.
Yeah. Next version is going to be called Azalea 2 of Clubs in the Hole. Absolutely. That sounds dirty.
I don't know. That's right up our Queen's alley.
Wow, that sounds even worse. Right up our Queen's alley. Fantastic.
I was going for it.
Yeah, brilliant.
Sorry, perhaps the beer's hitting me now.
No, that's good stuff. It's not GoAgainGaming is not PG really, to be honest. So
fair.
Well, Joey's saying, I love White Border, but I grew up with Star Wars CCG, so that was everywhere. Yeah. White Border's got a lot of fans by the looks of it. But I think it's the contrast between certain cards. The White Border with like darker art looks quite nice. It sort of pops.
It pops out a little bit.
Pops out a little bit, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, as the Azalea player in me, like an all black theme just feels just right. It's very, goth or emo or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. Andrew's saying the lack of PG makes modding easy. Does it? I thought it makes it harder. If there's people swearing and stuff in the chat.
You can let the language go through, I think is what he means. You can, just let it go through, not have to mod it out.
Yeah, I think I need to change one of the settings on here because at the moment it says messages held for review.
Yeah, I've noticed it's been filtering, some naughty words here and there.
Yeah, so I need to take that off because that's needs to be taken off. All of the cursing, Super Mario Black Tiger. Thanks for joining us, Andrew, as well. What time is that for you? What time is it for you, Super Mario Black Tiger? Because you've only just popped in today. I guess it's it's 20 past 9 here. So what's that? 20 past 4 East Coast.
20 past 4 on the East Coast of the U.S.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, U.S. folks might still be at work if they're working right now.
True. Yeah. 3:30 where you are. So you're what? That's Central then. Central or won't be Mountain, will it? No. What's the next one?
That's Central. Central is would be 3:30. Yeah.
Yeah. There's 4 time zones in the US, isn't there? There's East,
Yep.
Central, Mountain, and then Kel's time.
Pacific. Yeah.
Yeah, I just know that as Kel's time.
It's just Kel's time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Fantastic.
And then you've got Arizona and I think a couple other areas that don't follow the daylight saving, which is dumb anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So there's like a little sub time zone kind of. Anyway, it's very confusing.
Yeah. And then to make it even more confusing, Andrew or Super Mario Black Tiger, 6 if you include Alaska and Hawaii. Well, there we go. Because that's all US as well.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
Wow. But yeah, we're in the weeds after we said that we're gonna.
We're gonna definitely off the rails at this point.
Off the rails at this point, but yeah, that's the fantastic thing about live streams. You know, you just go with it and see what happens. It's all good. It's all part of the fun. And again, speaking of live streams, I'm going to be doing this all over again tomorrow and breaking some boxes down. Whether you like Whiteboarder or not, come and hang out regardless. That'll be good fun. Similar time as well.
I should be there. I'll be in the chat for you.
Oh, nice. Cheers, mate. But yeah, I hope everyone's had a good Christmas. And if you haven't, for whatever reason, we are going to be sending out these shitty Xmas gifts to you in one shape or form. So stay tuned to this channel as well as a Discord as well as to how you can get those from Jim, who has kindly procured them and is giving them away as well. Do you still have Azalea Cult cards as well, membership cards, don't you?
I have 3 or 4 of them. So yeah.
Okay, I think I might have sent a refreshment to you as well in the thing. So make sure you say Happy Christmas on those and stuff, and then send them out with those.
Oh, absolutely. We're at Happy New Year as well right now.
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, yeah. So speaking of which,
the weeds is where we're normally at. It's where we find the cookies. It's like it reminds me of that whole Star Wars meme. Come to the dark side, we have cookies.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Cookies are always in the obscure areas. I love it.
They are. Yeah. Put that cookie down now.
Brilliant.
You understood the reference. I love it. Fantastic. Good film.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. On that note, thank you very much for everyone who's joined us today. And yeah, if you're free tomorrow, come and drop by again on GoAgainGaming. Going to be opening some boxes. But yeah, and we'll do another Azalea Cult episode very, very soon. On what? We don't know yet. But yeah, there's always something to talk
likely
about.
Next year, however, though. So everybody, Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year on the Azalea Cult.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for watching, people.